Hello? Hello everyone. Just got a couple of messages here after read out from people.
Speak up!
Can you hear me over there?
No! Come on, speak up, Liam.
Hello, Liam. This is to Gerry Kelly. At long last you have found someone special in your life to comprehend you and your ambitions. It gives me great peace knowing you are domiciled 4 kilometres in your own world. I trust and hope you've learned some valuable lessons on your journey. Kieran Brannigan, St Mary's College in St John of God. To Christine and Gerry, have a wonderful day today. Apologise for not being able to attend. I'm sure Keith will make up for us. Have a wonderful life together, and we hope you see back in Ireland sometime soon. Siobhan and Sammy. Just from myself here, I'd like to welcome everyone here and to this beautiful setting for the Summer Collection. We're going to see a flash mob running in any minute to the sound of Don't Stop Me Now, so just sit and act normally and we'll dub it later on, you know. But myself and Ian are going to do the kind of speeches here. I'll do it from Baby to San Francisco. Ian will take over from there. But I knew Gerry since he was young, basically a young cat crawling around the back streets of Rathfarnham. And Gerry was always, as Gerry's dad said, a special son. He was always a special friend. He was always the leader of the hassle that was going on, or whatever you had to sniff out that would get you into trouble. But that was always Gerry, and to be bluntly honest, Rathfarnham seemed like quite a small area to hold a cat like Gerry, you know? You needed the big pains and places like this to hang around in. But as Gerry said to me, you know, let's go and see what the cats in Greece are up to. So off we headed down to the islands of Greece for 3 months for a few years in a row. But we kind of got difficult the second year. Funding was very difficult, but luckily Bank of Ireland, Anzac Bank, Bank of Scotland, Barclays Bank, everyone dug us out of a hole when we were over there. Kept us on a holiday for a year, and funnily enough decided to pay for us the following year. But, the third year, a thing called the internet just ruined everything. But it was around that time that Gerry, if you look at your son's literature and through the website, that if you read down Gerry's brief synopsis on his life and where he got his beliefs from, he used to sell jewellery around Europe. I don't quite remember that. I can remember buying jewellery. I remember selling it. But pictures of Gerry carving a little cat out of a tree just doesn't sum up. But so that was Greece. We got into a fair amount of trouble there and decided that the corporate world was calling. So myself and Gerry headed back to London, down the square mile, and thought we'd get into this. But that lasted about 2 weeks. And we found the back streets of the West End of London and Bagley's and things like that, and weekend started on Friday, ended on Sunday, then they started on Thursday and ended on Monday. And then basically we all ran out of jobs. So we decided to see what the cats in Australia were up to, and stopped off on the way to Australia and Thailand to kind of see what the culture was all about and, you know, get down with the folks there. Which was going okay till we discovered the Green Mango in Samui, which was home of the famous Natasha, who was once called Barry. And as all the lads come off the plane in to play pool with Natasha and her friends, his friends, Gerry thought this was disgraceful and how they could pull the wool over the poor cat's eyes getting off the boat, you know. We decided we'd let them all know that these really are men. So after a couple of nights of this, and we were destroying their trade, basically, they've had enough of us, and Julie kicked the shit out of us. So that was the end of Thailand, really. We had to leave Thailand for various other reasons as well. Then we made our way down as far as Australia, which we just went on the rip, but those cats just weren't on the same wavelength. So we made our way through the Pacific, New Zealand, got up to Hawaii. Basically ran out of money, got to LA, $200. Like bright Irish guys, we decided we'd get tattoos. They came out, we had $50, and then Gerry decided I'd better ring my mother. I better ring mine. Mine said, I'll put it on your credit card. I said, what? No. All she did was pay off the debt, or half the debt. And it was there Gerry decided that, I said, look, we can go to Chicago. jobs, we can kick back, get a bit of money, we can do what we want. And he goes, no man, I'm going to San Francisco. I met this cat down telling me all about it. So we basically split, and San Francisco to LA is basically the lost days of Gerry Kelly. Usually there's someone to tell the story what happened. The only one with him was Des, who's physically impaired and not mentally any better. So no point in talking to Des. But Gerry, if you look at him in reality, he's, as Gerry's dad said already, that he was a special son and he's a special friend. And no matter where you put him, he'll make something of himself. He'll meet a group of friends, he'll ingratiate himself with people. People love him. Even if he's on the O'Douls, he's the middle of the party. But, you know, he's one of the best. We miss him at home, but we're happy in the fact that we know he's over here doing what he wants to do, and he's getting his clothing going, and he's happy, and he's a lot of good friends. But, you know, we miss him at home. We wish him all the best for the future. Christine is a wonderful person. If you could picture a person to be with Gerry, you probably can't sum it up, but then you meet Christine and you go, you know what, for some reason that just works. And it does, and I think everyone can see that, you know, they're going down a path they want to go down, and, you know, they're great people. I miss Gerry to bits, but, you know, we'll get over once in a while to have a bash, and it's the type of guy who'll always do you a favour and always stand by you. So we'll do an actual toast here, but it's a different type of toast. It's a Gerry Kelly toast. So if everyone go after me, 1, 2, 3, yo! Don't forget, Sunnis jeans. Thanks very much. Here's Ian. The party goes crazy.
Hello. How's everybody doing? I have to admit, Gerry and Christine are putting on an amazing spread here, you know, and with their parents' help and everyone else's help, you know, thank the Garcia family, the Kelly family, you know, this is one of the best things I've been at in a long time, you know, probably ever, you know. It's real fucking cool, you know. Super chilled out, you know. That's the way Gerry is. Gerry's just a chill guy, you know, just so fucking chill that he's like, it's, you know, you can't even get over it sometimes. You go, it might be pulling my hair out, man, if this stuff was going on. This guy is like, no, man, I don't have any hair from living with him. Having the stuff I've been with, man, he doesn't go grey, man. My hair falls out and goes grey. It's nuts, you know. So, you know, first met this man, you know, I walked into a bar and we were having a few drinks, and all of a sudden there was this gang in there, you know, and Gerry doesn't take any bullshit, you know, and he's putting order a drink and he got pushed around, and next minute all these guys started pushing him and whatever, you know. It's like, oh man, he looks like he's from Dublin. I didn't even know him, you know. And starts, you know, a bit of a ruckus, you know, and he says, I'll give him a hand, you know. And next thing I get into the middle of the ruckus and gradually go out the door together. I was like, whoa, that was crazy, you know. That was pretty nuts, you know. And two of us got a couple of slaps, you know. And the next day, you know, Gerry rings me up. He goes, thanks very much, man, you know. Thanks very much for helping me there, you know. He goes, no, man. He says, you look like you're from Dublin. I'd always help the Dublin man out. He goes, you're helping Dublin, man. Yeah. That was cool, you know. So no worries, you know. Within a couple of months, two of us are living together. Living together, you know, You know, on the rip every weekend, having an amazing time, you know. His hair's going blonder, I'm going greyer. Hair's falling out. And, you know, I went off to a race one weekend, and I came back, and Gerry was mad, you know, mad to settle down, self-developing, Tony Robbins. This guy I've never met anyone like it. He's buying $1 million buildings out of the bar. You know what I mean? Big deals going on. I've never seen anyone with like the motivation that he has. You know, I'd be barely able to get out of work on a Monday morning. It's like, whoa, good week, yeah, whoa. And I'm like, give us let me drink a bit of coffee or something. You know, in the morning. You know. They arrive home in the race anyway. Next minute, he goes, oh yeah, I met this girl Christine. She's really cool, man. She's really cool. I really like this girl. And I'm like, oh yeah, no worries, I'll get to meet her. I didn't realise he'd moved her in. Over the weekend. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. There's no way, man, you know. She says, I barely know you. All of a sudden, I meet Christine, you know, and I swear to God, Christine is one of the nicest people you could ever meet, you know. And I can be a bit of a miserable person in the morning, you know, really miserable in the morning. You don't want to meet me in the morning, man. Especially if I was out the night before, you know, I'd be wrecked, you know. And you know, I met Christine within a week where we were cycling, we were composting. It was mad, you know, watching animal rights stuff. You know, Gerry was on television 2 weeks later. The animal rights, it was mad, you know. And like every morning I'd come down the stairs, you know, and I swear to God, Christine would wake up, right? Wake up just as I got to the last couple of steps. She'd go, Ian, good morning, how are you? Have a great day. And I was like, no way, man, you don't even get that in Starbucks. No, she's taking the piss. No one can be that nice. There's no way, man, it can't be done. It's not, no, so I took me work boots off one morning, right? I took them off and I goes, right, I said, I'm going to try and sneak out of here. I can't handle it. I can't even handle it in Starbucks. But I'm getting it first thing off, 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh no, you know. So I went down like the Pink Panther, like down the stairs. We 2 animals living with us. They were, one he'd rescued, another cat that was living there. The cat and the dog didn't even wake up. Right? And they were tractable ears, they could hear everything. I got just about to put the key in the door. Christine, Ian, good morning! How are you? I was like, you know what? That girl is like, wakes up with the most amazing, positive attitude you've ever had, you know. And we didn't even have a plant in the house, you know. She gave me a banana plant. I've never taken care of anything in my life, my fiancé, but this banana plant, I've been taking care of this plant. You want to see this plant grow, man. No, absolutely amazing, you know. But we were known to have a few parties in the house, you know. Not, you know, every now and again we'd have a bit of a party, and the neighbours, you know, kind of, at the start didn't say too much, and then they got a bit frustrated. And then at the end they weren't speaking to us. And then all of a sudden Christine would come out in the morning, hey, how are you guys? Guys, they're like, they probably thought we were winding them up, you know. So I lived with them for a while, you know, and then I decided, you know, my mum and dad were having a big bash. They were 65 and one was 60, so it was a big celebration in Ireland. So I headed off. I was gone for 9 months. 9 months. I was hearing about the parties in Ireland. My boss was ringing me up, what's going on over there? I goes, I actually don't have a satellite, I don't know. I don't really know, you know, but I got back anyway, knowing, you know, the parties, we always had, your man had to come up so many times, he dug a hole in the wall, punched in the wall. Yeah, right, but there was a guy across the way that never opened his mouth, not once, he never opened his mouth, No. Mexican, right? So Gerry and Christine now are in full-fledged love. Gerry's off the beer, the parties have stopped, right? And I forget me, leave my cell phone in a taxi. Right, so we knock on your man's door. Is there any chance I can use your phone, man? You know, I see where my phone is, and I walk in, man. And I swear to God, the dude, he's blocked out half his windows. Right, insulated on it. He's dropped his ceilings, put soundboard in, right? Because of the parties we used to have, right? And he's proud as hell. He goes, I don't hear nothing no more. Nothing, I don't hear nothing. And I goes, nah, man. So don't worry about it, man. Gerry's moving out, and he's off the beer, and he's in love with Christine, and there'll be no more parties. And I was all proud of this. He's after taking Victorian ceilings down to 8 feet. Oh man, it was crazy, you know. It was like, oh, you know, whatever, you know. So Gerry was gone anyway, and I was living there, you know, whenever your man was like just laughing every morning seeing him, you know. But Gerry went through a phase of self-development with Tony Robbins, man, you know. Like everything was everything was positive, you know. You have this picture up from an island, you know, like it, you know, little stickers everywhere, you know. You want to be this, you want to be that, you know. So he tags a few of the lads are actually here. He tags a few of the lads down to LA to go see Tony Robbins, you know. And Tony Robbins wasn't even there. He was on live from LA, or actually from Hawaii, right? And the two boys went anyway, right? But they only just went to the first day, so Gerry brings them on the rip in LA for 2 more days. They went out for self-development. They missed our flights, right? They missed work for about 2 days when they got to San Francisco. And I told her, I was like, what was Tony Robbins like? And she was no patch of Gerry Kelly. I swear to God, man, it was ridiculous. No, but you know, there's Gerry's so positive, you know, like he's listening to the radio one day. This is a radio one day, you know, it's like, you know, we're Irish, you know, none of us ever took care of our teeth, ever, you know, never we went to the dentist, you know, and Gerry was all, like, he's in the real estate business, he goes, you know, I want to get the teeth done, that's the American way, you know, like, look good. He goes 10,000 full of free dental, he goes, you know, you have to be such and such, you know. So there was 10 candidates. He got himself in there through networking and everyone voting. 10 candidates. One dude looked like the Elephant Man. Another dude was just like a crackhead out, like all his teeth were all gone, you know. This dude was like Bugs Bunny after a hurling accident. This dude was in an awful thing. You wouldn't, and another guy had a cleft palate, and he just had about 3 teeth, and they all looked like different ways. And Gerry was just had a big Irish smile, you know. Right? And I said, you're never going to win this. He goes, well, I'm going to win this, man. You better believe it. I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this. And he was in all this networking, and he called one of his DJ buddies in Ireland to put on the radio to vote for him. Everybody got to vote for him. But we ended out on a big weekend that weekend. We had friends in from New York, and we had a couple of friends in from Ireland for the Love Parade. There was a Fulton Street Fair going on, and we were out, like, it was like